Hello everyone, my name is Ahsan Abid and I am a house officer at the Rawal Institute of Health Sciences, and today I will be presenting my topic, which is vaping as lack of regulations, youth at risk worldwide. This is a table of contents. We shall be going through each of these respectively. Ever since gaining mainstream popularity in the early 2010s, vaping has taken the world by storm, seemingly threatening to dethrone its predecessor, the cigarettes, in popularity on account of it offering a tobacco-free alternative to cigarettes, which relieves many of the constant ever-looming dread of potentially developing multiple deadly forms of cancer. However, under their marketing success and the unadulterated enthusiasm of the current youth in indulging in such seemingly innocuous recreation, all is not what it seems. Banana cream, white chocolate mocha, strawberry, mango piñata pineapple. These at first read like a dessert menu or a candy store selection, but this is the marketing being employed to sell vape flavors and vape juice to an increasingly younger demographic. With its established global success, vaping has proven itself to be more than just a trend. In Australia, around 14% of 12 to 17-year-olds have tried an e-cigarette, with around 32% of these students having used in the past month. Students who have vaped most commonly report getting the last e-cigarette they had used from friends, being 63%, siblings, 8%, or parents, 7%. Around 12% of students had also reported buying an e-cigarette themselves. Despite vaping being seen as a less harmful alternative to smoking, recent research has revealed that vapes do indeed contain harmful substances. A 2021 study published in the Medical Journal of Australia on the chemical analysis of fresh and aged Australian e-cigarette liquids discovered multiple harmful substances, such as menthol, which is found to enhance the addictive properties of nicotine and inhibit nicotine metabolism; ethyl maltol, where the effects of heating and inhaling it are largely unknown, but increases free radical formation in e-cigarette aerosols. Ethyl maltol also reacts with iron and copper, potentially present in e-liquids as a coil residue, to produce toxic hydroxypyridine complexes. Transinnamaldehyde, which impairs innate immune cell function in the lungs, suppresses bronchial airway epithelial cell ciliary motility, and mitochondrial function. It inhibits microsomal CYP2A6, impairs neutrophil, macrophage, and natural killer cell function, and reduces oxidative bursts when heated and inhaled. And ethyl vanillin, which reduces oxidative bursts and inhibits in vitro free radical formation. Vaping laws vary drastically worldwide, from total bans, for example Singapore, India, and Brazil, to full regulation with restrictions, for example the European Union and UK rules on nicotine strength, flavors, and packaging, and minimal rules with many countries like Australia and Canada having strict limits on flavors or sales, and a growing number banning disposable vapes like Belgium. However, there are many countries, namely in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, where the sales of vapes and e-cigarettes are not under any kind of regulation or clear laws, which exposes a large part of the global population to a myriad of harmful substances. Due to vaping being a much more recent public healthcare issue, lawmakers struggle to implement effective regulations against e-cigarettes or vapes. Regulations that target age are the most common, but are subject to quality of implementation and contextual factors such as cultural norms. Research suggests that around 72% of online vendors were non-compliant with measures such as identification checks for e-cigarette purchasing. Taxation has yielded mixed results when it comes to regulating cigarettes or vapes, as taxation makes vapes more expensive than cigarettes, which often leads to people who vape to start smoking instead, which further renders vapes useless as a tool of harm reduction. Despite lawmakers struggling to implement adequate policies, there are certain steps that can be taken in order to better regulate vaping or e-cigarettes, such as making the sale of vapes or e-cigarettes illegal to those under 18, because most tobacco use begins before 19 years of age. Strict penalties for vendors who do not comply with the current regulations must be heavily enforced, and banning flavored e-cigarettes has proven to be an extremely effective tactic when it comes to reducing vape use among the youth. Because flavors are more attractive to young people than to adults, a flavor ban could reduce the appeal of e-cigarettes for young people without diminishing their role in harm reduction for adult smokers. Spreading awareness among the youth through PSAs and warning labels has also proven to be an effective tactic. The takeaway message of this presentation is that vaping as of now is not adequately regulated, which exposes a large part of the global population to many harmful substances, and in order to remedy this issue, we need to ensure proper regulation of vaping through policymaking and PSAs. Thank you. Any question?